Welcome to Board Grandma Designs. Hello everyone, my name is Leela. I'm from Northwest Florida. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today I thought I'd do a collage of some of the things that I've been working on with gel plates and my ferns and plants. These are some little weeds that I got on my yard. Kind of sped things up because it would have been a really long video, but this is some of the things: wrapping paper, gel printing, used with acrylics, blues and golds and some greens in there. And I did both sides. I like that side, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to do both of them. This is a book that I made a long time ago for an art journal, and it's made out of just junk and things and good pages, and I did some watercolors, and in the meantime my grandson was born. It's one of my older grandsons. He wanted to go visit him, and he drew a little crab and umbrella. My granddaughter drew her hand, and then I don't know why that edge is cut, but I thought we'd start right here on this blank page. I've never done this before. This is going to be a collage. It's my first time, but I'll probably get more pages, more things to do, but that's a starting point. I was inspired by Floral Arts, I believe. That's her name. If I butchered your name and you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed. But my channel is kind of new. Have a little coffee there. And I'm learning as I go and learning how to be creative. I've always been an inspired, creative person all throughout my life, since elementary school. But I kind of put all that on reserve while creating a family, raising a family. But most of them are grown and gone. Well, they all are grown, but not all of them are gone. And in fact, I have a little one here that helps me. He's my little buddy, my grandson. He's my little artist. So he comes and helps. He calls me Yaya out here and there. I'm going to put that in a little drawer beside me these later. But I'm trying to figure out where I want to place all these, and I hate tearing the paper. The paper is just a praying paper. Something for me to start out with, and oh my gosh, why I tore that in the middle. I don't know why I just did that, but I did. It's okay. It's decoupage. I can just put it back together, figure out where I want to put all these things. But I thought this butterfly and the rose stamp turned out really well on the gel plate. I'm just learning all kinds of new things. I never knew I had the need to do a gel plate. I'm so nervous about tearing up all this. It looked pretty the way it was. I hate tearing it, but here we go. Just tearing away. But yeah, I like to go out my yard in the morning and pick my flowers and my weeds and just float them in the water. That's what I showed you earlier. It's Ben's Alba, I believe is what it's called, a little white flower with the yellow center. It's actually a weed. You see them growing all along the roadways. They're actually really good for you. You can eat the flowers in a salad, or you can make tea out of the leaves. You just dry the tea. I put it on a little knob in my kitchen and dry it, then make my tea. So I'm shredding it on the edge there. And go up or down. It has a different effect. I don't know if I should ink the edges or not. Leave them plain, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to patch this puppy back together again. Whether I'll leave it in that corner or not, I don't know. But I will put it back together. And these are actually real ferns that I plucked out of my yard and used in jelly printing. Went to a thrift store and bought a vase that I'm going to decoupage, and the girl wrapped it in this very beautiful wrapping paper. In fact, the book that I made for my daughter in a previous video, I wrapped it in the same kind of paper because she gave me plenty of it and send it to her. Jen, if you're watching, you can save that paper for your mama and I'll come get it and make something out of it. I'm terrible with that. Wrapping paper, tissue paper. I like creating things with it. Nobody understands it but me in this house. So you purchase something and you're going to just wrap it and then give it away and then throw it away. I don't know if that looks good or not right there. Let's see. I think the best thing for me to do is just go ahead and start gluing things. So I'm not real nifty with the glue stick yet, nor will I ever be, I don't think, because it's just not my thing. I prefer to paint it on with a brush, using Mod Podge with a little bit of water. I don't know the ratio. I just do it until it looks good. Still a little thick, but a little bit watery, not too much. I'll just spread that out to make sure. Go from the center to outward so I don't make them bubbles. So there's my first piece. Now I'm going to have to put that down. I don't know if I want to put it over the edge or if I want to cut it, but I'll just go ahead and lay it down here. It's my birthday while I'm making this video. First thing I wanted to do is conquer this book. I was excited. I went to bed last night thinking not about my birthday, but and turning another number older, but just creating this page. That's all I wanted to do. Just stick me in a room or my little tool shed. I kind of she shed it up. Go out there when it's not so hot, but I haven't been out there lately. I might start going out there. My hens miss me and I miss them. I used to hang out with them quite often, but I have a barking dog back there and it just gets a little frustrating. Let me see. Alright. So I've got some green. I feel like it needs some more color there. And it had a little green on the edge, so I went and got green. Plus I got ready for my birthday luncheon. My sister's picking me up with my not grandson. He's my great nephew. We're going to go to a Mexican restaurant since it's Cinco de Mayo when this was filmed. Or nothing's filmed anymore, but recorded. learning things as we go along here. Gel printing wasn't anything that I had ever heard of until I stumbled across a group of ladies, and there's all types of you out there that do this type of thing, and I didn't know what I was really going to do with it, but I thought it'd go well in the junk journal, which is something I stumbled across a few years ago and started enjoying doing that. But that's what I love doing. But it's like my mind is kind of blown by the jelly printing because I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I'm learning as I go, and I think my mind is starting to expand on what the possibilities are. Junk journaling to decoupaging. I think what I'm going to do is start working on maybe canvases. I don't know. My sister and I were together at a flea market, but we decided kind of go our separate ways. And so she is TLM, Red Barn Creations. She makes beautiful wreaths and hair bows. And she's going to be starting at the flea market down the street around the corner from where I live. And I've applied for an LLC and going to see if I'll be accepted there as well. You have to do an application process, but it's going to be about 30 days before all that goes through. And then I'll have to work on getting things together. I'm back at an old job. It's an old job, new job to me, so I have to see how I'm going to finagle. I don't do many hours there, but I enjoy talking with the seniors. It's been a few years, like 4 or 5 years, and I think I've mentioned it before. We're still in our training process, so we train on each other. I got to be a senior and have my senior portrait done as a senior, a literal senior as in senior citizen. So I'm at a different stage in my life. The creative stage, second half of life. And I'm really enjoying it. I do find some things are rather challenging than before, like taking care of children, toddlers. Not so easy, but a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun. I take supplements to keep up that are herbal. I try my very best to stay away from synthetics. Which means in order for me to do that, I have to watch my diet and take Dixie on walks. Now, there's a little fern imprint in this, and I use the ferns that are blue above. And all this, I know you can't tell because of the greens and the browns, but it's in there. I've got some golds in there. But I just did layer after layer after layer. I couldn't stop myself. I don't know what my problem was. So if you can see the imprint of the butterfly in there, I've got them all throughout these jelly prints. It's a stamp that I bought from my little sister. Got 2 little gaps, 3 more. I should have made my pages torn bigger, I guess. I don't know. It's a multimedia paper that I'm putting this on, or multi-medium. It's like a watercolor paper anyway. Every time I see the paisley, see the paisley in that? Every time I see paisley, I think of my mother. Back in the 60s, she had this brown dress with white paisleys all through it. It was so beautiful. I have a beautiful mother. Her birthday and Mother's Day are all around the same time, so we're going to be celebrating it at my little sister's, as usual. We used to take her out. We'd all go out to eat, but we don't do that anymore. Not since they moved to the country. Oh, Dixie, by the way, is my dog. She's an old brindle. She's 12 years old. So she's an old lady. She's like, I guess, 82. Has a little red in it, a little green, but I think that's going to be a little bit much. I don't think that piece is working out. I don't know if any of these pieces are working out, but I'm doing it anyway. It's my collage, my art journal. If I'm making mistakes, I don't think I am. I don't know. I am. Let me know. You can leave a comment in the comments below and let me know if I can do anything to make this better in the future. Well, whether that was a good piece to put down or not, it's there. Had a little bit of red and greens, and I just wanted to connect them. Anyways, I have this friend that loves butterflies. I know we all do. I love butterflies, but she really identifies with butterfly. If a fly wasn't an insect, if it was considered an animal, I guess that would be her spirit animal. But I got to do a little session with her and take photos of her, and she had butterflies in her hair. It was so beautiful. That was a long time ago. She's my walking partner now. If we ever get together, she lives on the other side of town. But when I see them, I think of her. Her name is Alice. Hi, Allison, if you're watching. Give that a good pat down. Now I've got to find something to go there. Another butterfly. Is that going to be too much red? I don't know. I just don't want to tear my image up like I did the last one. I think I'll put it right there. What do you think? It's not a live video. Why am I asking? I'm a little shy to go live. I'll pop in on others that are live, and they mention me. It's like I feel like I want to blush and hide. Like, oh my gosh. Sometimes I'll chat, sometimes I won't, because it just I don't know why. I am a shy person, but I'm not. If that makes sense. I have to get to know you. Then I won't shut up. Alright, I think I'm going to put this on the edges there. I was watching one of you do a review on some things that you got, I guess what's called Happy Mail. I've never participated in anything like that before. Where you swap things out with each other or something. That sounds like fun. I was going to try to participate in it for the first time, but like I said, I'm kind of busy with a 2-year-old, so I'm having a hard time keeping up with the 2-year-old and doing all this, but I'm trying to find balance here. I think I'm doing an okay job. I got a little part-time job and this. Okay, so here are my firms, and I think I've decided I'm going to add them to the art journal. I'm so happy that I didn't just pluck them and throw them away. I'm glad I added them to this experience of gel printing. I've already glued this one. I've already glued the other one off camera. I had a package show up in the mail from my daughter, my Alabama daughter. She sent me a package. If you could see above there, it wasn't there before. It's these little stickers that I could use. It's a Victorian style for junk journaling. I'm so excited. I can't wait to use them. So I think I'm going to go through them and see if I can find something to go into my art journal. Add it to the journey here. She also knows I like gardening, which is so funny. Here I am. I was out in my garden. Here I pluck a fern and use it in my art. So I'm doing both. She knows me very well. And the day before I got a gift from my Arizona daughter, and she sent me vanilla. It says sleep. I was afraid to use it, but I didn't want to go to sleep. I'm like, it's daylight, but it's some sort of essential oil, whatever, and then it's a candle. I'll have to replace my little wax scentsy thing there and with the candle so I can show you. Down. I enjoyed experimenting with these 3 little ferns. Hear the school bus going by outside. I've got an empty lot that, well, it's not empty yet, it's full of trees and vines and squirrels and birds of all sorts. And then the sidewalk and the road. So we've already been through bike week. And it seemed like it was rather peaceful. I don't think we had any casualties this year. I hope not. I haven't heard anything. I think I've been too busy creating and editing. I go back and forth with my cell phone. It's full. And I'm trying to figure out how to transfer all the photos to keep and then delete everything. I'm going to strip all the images out of my phone if I can. So I've ordered some prints. It's like, doesn't seem like people keep actual photographs, but what are you going to do when all the photographs aren't in reach in your cell phone? What if this all goes away one day? It's hard to predict the future and how it's going to go. So it looks like this is going to work out pretty well. It's bonding and staying together. The flowers, or not flowers, the ferns, actually feel like a plastic substance. It doesn't even feel real anymore. So here's what my daughter got. I'm going to open it up and see what's in here and what I can use in this to add. This very beautiful Victorian. So pretty. I don't know what they call that kind of clear material. I think it's a sticker. I don't know. It's a butterfly. And since I have butterflies in here, I thought I'd add it. I don't exactly know where to put that. Maybe right there. I don't know. I think my collage is rather busy. It's not a sticker, so I'm just going to put this on and oh Lord, it's curling up. Oh, yeah, like my crazy curly hair. Okay, so here's a candle my daughter, Arizona daughter, had given me. It's called Sleep. It's a vanilla scented candle. I think it's organic. And here's my art journal. And there it is. I think I curled the edges around. Looks like these turned out. That's dried. And I've got this off of my grapefruit juice. I drink grapefruit juice for my health. And a lot of you like it. And here's some of that Tim Holtz ink. I thought I'd try to put that in there with the top from my grapefruit juice. Make little circles, but it doesn't seem to be showing up. I think I've used this one up. I might need to get more. I wonder if I could add something to it to reactivate it or whatever. But this is a stamp that I had used as my first jelly plate since I couldn't find them. I didn't really know what they were. I went to the card section at Hobby Lobby because nobody seemed to know what I was talking about when I said jelly plate. So I made my own. You can see the back of it. And actually what I created with the jellies from the back of this stamp I sent to my daughter. If you can see in the photo now, I've got a lit candle and flowers for my Florida daughter. And there is a gardening tool and my flowers from my Florida daughter. So I got Arizona daughter, Alabama daughter, and a Florida daughter. This is gold leaf. I thought I'd add a little gold leaf. I know I got some gold paint in there, but some of these little things that I had stamped out isn't showing up enough, so I thought what I'd do is add a little gold leaf there. And I'll use my garden tool to kind of scrape it around. And I'm probably not doing this proper, but like I said, it's my art. It's for me. I think I'm learning a whole lot doing these things. I guess it's all for show and tell. It's my very first one. Okay, I'm gonna scrape that along. Use a little brush to brush them around. I'll stick to the glue a little bit. That one was a little hard actually. I ruin brushes with glue. I ruin my clothes with glue and paint. I always have paint and glue everywhere I go. Somebody wants me to go somewhere, I'm like, oh, that means I have to get dressed and find something to wear because everything has paint and glue. Okay, so I'm going to put a little more over here. So later on, I've had, at this point, lunch with my little sister and my great nephew, and we had a really good time at the Mexican restaurant. Nobody sang to me, which I'm glad for that because I don't really want a sombrero or a hat on my head that somebody else has had on. I don't know, just kind of funny like that. So I used to go to the Mexican restaurants for my birthday quite a bit for years. I had a good time with my family, but got kind of burned out on going because it falls on Cinco de Mayo. But I'm kind of homesick for all my family being together. Would love for them all to be at the Mexican restaurant, but can't have it all. They're all grown and gone. Well, a couple of them are. I still have one that is here with me for now. Just have to cherish it while she's still here, because they go away and then you miss them. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to brush it around. I need a little more. The candle smells so beautiful. I was relaxed. I can see why it's called sleep. And I put a little of the essential oil on, so I'm smelling pretty, feeling relaxed. It looks like it needs a little something over there, so I'm going to add to this. I didn't really want to cover up that background. I really thought it turned out beautifully. At first, when I saw it the next morning, I pulled it apart, it was a little flaky. I think the blue paint was a little old. It had been in my she shed for a long time. I bought it whenever I was making my wicker-like baskets. It's made out of newspaper. I make tubes out of them, paint the tubes individually. They don't really sell very well at the market. Somebody said that I'd probably sell a lot more of them if I just showed off the newspaper print to see that it's made of newspaper. But if I do that and use the Mod Podge, it turns yellow, and I don't like that. I think it's ugly. I scrape it on with my little beautiful gardening tool. I don't want to get it dirty. Jen, Tiff, thanks for my pretties. Heather, thank you. Okay. And I believe I'm going to just end it right here and not add another thing. And I have a little helper here to show off what is made. Bump my camera around. And there we go. So my little buddy is going to help show off all the pretty things, the ferns, and the imprints of the rose and the butterflies. See the butterflies and the rose. Yep. And there we go. Okay. The end. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe. You have a beautiful day.